This is my son Ashton David's room, and I wanted to share it with you today because I really put a lot of effort in being able to set his room up to further develop his speech and language skills. Now, to you, that may sound puffed up, but it really isn't because it's a part of my personality, um, and I love what I do. And the importance of what I do really skyrocketed once I had my own child. And I just tried to set his room up in a way where it would help him to continue to independently develop his speech and language skills. So the color scheme for his room is a turquoise blue accent wall, where the rest of the walls are gray. Now we'll just show them to you. That's the one wall here, and we'll talk about them as we go. Okay, and then on this wall, it's important. I went with a transportation theme for his room. We will look at this wall. We'll talk about what color it is. We'll name the pictures that are on the wall, any sounds that are associated with them, what we do with them. And I love this shelf because it's a sitting area for him and everything is at his level, so that even when he's in his room by himself and he's playing, he can pull down the things that interest him. He can discover them and figure them out and play with them, explore with them on his own to learn how they're used, to, be able to name them, to learn their function. And I love this shelf because it immediately sets us up to have some type of language or play activity that occurs on his level. So sometimes he'll come in here, he'll play on his own. Other times we'll be here and I'll say, okay, Ashton, go find me your favorite book. Okay, Ashton, pull out a toy that you want to play with. And that just initiates us to be able to have some type of, structured language play where he feels like, okay, I'm playing and I'm having fun, but yet I know he's learning the skills that he needs to learn. And another thing that I always do is I make sure I dedicate at least 15 or 30 minutes a day of us sitting in his room, pulling things off of this shelf and playing with it. And once you show him your child how these things are used, then when they're in their room on their own and they have access to these things, then they know how to operate them and they know how to use them. And then I'm also teaching him the responsibility of, okay, well, when we pull things off the shelf, putting them back on, just making him more independent as he gets older. And this just shows some more things in his room. This is a caterpillar that his father got him for Christmas, and it kind of helps with his development skills with fine motor, gross motor, coordinating things, music. It lights up, and he's just beginning to really understand how to use this. And then here is his little scout toy that his godmother got him. I love it because it says his name. It tells him, we had to program it to say his name. It tells him what his favorite foods are. It gives him nighttime music that helps him go to sleep. It helps him with his colors, all of those things. So I love that. And then my favorite wall is where he has most of his play activities. And I recently added the colors and the ABC poster because he's been coming home trying to say the colors of things from what he's learned at school. And these were posters that I had posted in my classroom when I worked as a speech therapist in a classroom setting, and I just pulled them out and they fit perfectly with his wall. So he has all of his VTech activities here. And all of these toys are designed to teach letters, colors, numbers, and naming skills. And I love the VTech desk. He recently just got this one for Christmas because not only does it have like the boards and the activity sheets that you can use, it also has an easel where he can color and just experiment with his writing.
Before ending this video, I just wanted to emphasize that by no means was this video created as a way to show off my son's room, but how we have to be mindful of how we need to generalize speech and language skills in every single area of our child's life if we want them to maximize those skills to become better communicators. A lot of times I feel like when parents come in and they have children that receive speech therapy, that they feel the therapy is good when it's just in that clinical setting, but actually the therapy will only be useful when it can be generalized to every part of your child's life. So I just wanted to review some tips that I discussed in the video, with the first one being to create a child-friendly room. And of course you want to do this being mindful of your budget, but for it to be child-friendly, you want it to be colorful, you want to have lots of interesting things that your child would like to interact with or play with. Label the objects and the toys in your child's room. So in your spare time, when you're just at home with nothing to do and you're spending time with them, just go around their room and show them the things that they have in there, their bed, the window, the door. Name the toys. Also, put objects at the child's level. You want them to feel comfortable enough to be able to interact with those toys and objects. Of course, you want them to be safe things, of course, so that they can explore on their own and get to know the objects that they have in their room, how they're used. And you can also help with that by participating in a play activity with your child, using their toys or books for at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day in order to help further those learning skills. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and that you will review these tips and utilize them in your child's everyday life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.